Oh man, I'm having my emotions flying all over the place right now, and I am crying hard in the inside right now because this was a crazy phenomenal episode and one of the least craziest matches I've seen so far, and at least one of the craziest matches in Haikyuu, at least, you know? Oh man. It was gonna happen eventually, but I wanted it to last a little longer, you know? It just really sucks. Call me crazy Milanakas for saying that, you know, but anybody who's been up to date with Haikyuu to the very end or finished the manga, you will know, at least know what I'm feeling, or at least what I'm talking about, you know? So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that both teams are giving all they got, and you know, Inarizaki will have Miya Atsumu, of course, make his serve, you know, and by that time, he will later on give, like, Karasuno a run for their own money. Eventually, we see to it that, you know, Karasuno manages to score back after so many hard times of receiving, and Hinata makes that score back for them, you know? And, of course, Suki, we get to see him in this episode, and he's been struggling hard, you know? Eventually, he knows he doesn't stand a chance against, like, many powerful servers when he's really running out of stamina, especially with his legs, you know? But he always counts on his teammates to be there, so he's asking Hinata to be there. And Hinata managed to pick up a ball from Ojiro, I believe. I think he's the next guy that, like, or Gin, whatever his name is, to make the spike. And we see to it that Hinata managed to pick it up with part of his arm right here, you know? It like hit part of his arm around here at least. Around his bicep area. And by that time, we have to it that Azumane-san, he ends up using the same spike technique that he's been working on for a while. Like, he's been waiting for the blockers to move back down, and then he ends up slamming the ball and makes a powerful wipeout or blockout, you know? And we see to it, eventually, it becomes, at least the same score, 27-28. But, you know, like I said, Miya Atsumu takes advantage of making a powerful decoy, and they end up scoring back, you know? And then we get to see, of course, Inarizaki score again, and of course, Karasuno scoring again, you know, etc., etc., etc. But eventually, you know, when Kageyama made a dump move, that's when it was 30-31. They went over 30 points. And right now, this was the ticking moment right then, you know? This is where, like, Hinata makes a serve, and then they end up slamming it down to Inarizaki, but Inarizaki makes their attack, and of course, like, this scene is where it's really crazy. Like, I think, our boy Ryu ends up making an attack, but unfortunately it gets blocked. Kageyama picks it up, but it flies back to the back of the court. But Suki comes in, picks it up, but unfortunately for Inarizaki, Daichi picks it up, and then he ends up slamming it all the way to the other side, you know? And we see to it, of course, like, when the time presents itself, you know, it was pretty crazy. All I know is just, like, we see to it that eventually, like I said, Ryu ends up making the attack here and there, etc., you know, and then, like, Daichi ends up making the ball back after Suki was failed to do so, after touching it another time, and they end up swinging the ball back to Inarizaki's court. Then we had the Miya twins make the twin minus tempo attack, you know, but Hinata and Kageyama expected that to happen, and they blocked it, and by a good moment of an edge of what happened, they managed to block out the ball, and it hits the almost towards out of the court, but not likely. It hit behind the line in the court, and then it was a score win for Karasuno. And that right there, honestly, I was cheering for Inarizaki because I did not want them to lose yet. But we see to it that Suki ends up reading his mind that everybody's really shocked, but he says, no, it's because these two, Kageyama and Hinata, they did not hesitate or waver just 0.1 second. They knew what was coming. That quick is very, very charming and cool, but it's not invincible, you know? And the episode ends up there. Preview of next episode is called The Promised Land. Now, I think what that means is a setup for Karasuno and Nekoma High School against each other. We all knew this was coming, honestly. They kind of gave too much out from the start, but they're going to be facing each other. That much is considered. Nekoma and Karasuno, hey man, I better hear that we have another season of Haikyuu coming out next year for Nekoma and Karasuno, man. I'm pretty sure that match alone is going to be much more, if not more crazy than Inarizaki possibly. Who knows? Because, you know, Nekoma and Karasuno battle at the garbage dump. That is the thing that's been a theme ever since it was told in season 2 when Hinata made a promise to Kenma. Hey, let's meet each other at the Nationals. That's where we can make a battle at the garbage dump, you know? Etc. Yeah. But that aside, honestly, I was crying on the inside, and I do feel very sad knowing that Inarizaki lost, you know? I mean, let's be honest. If you guys been keeping up with Haikyuu and you've been analyzing them and you've been watching the backstories and all that, you at least got a real nice connection with them, you know? I mean, Inarizaki and Karasuno overall has always been a nice team. And you know, what sucks about Haikyuu the most is that you love every team. And what sucks more is that you love every team. I take no credit for that. People made a comment like, what's so good about Haikyuu is that you love every team. What's so bad about Haikyuu is that you love every team. There's like so many teams you cannot hate at all, you know? And honestly, I'm expecting a lot of waterworks to happen next week because, you know, Inarizaki, man, they are ranked number 2 in the school, but that doesn't matter to them. All that matters to them is that they really want to win and etc. But yeah. Like I said, I feel sad and I cried on the inside when Inarizaki lost, you know, because I really wanted the match to last a little bit longer before it was the game over sign. But, you know, I guess just like with Alba Josai and etc. with Shiro Torizawa, it was going to come to an end eventually. I do not want to imagine how bad it's going to be when it comes to Nekoma versus Karasuno, you know? I love both. I love so many teams, high school teams and Haikyuu, man. I just can't stand the fact just seeing any of them lose, you know? Even though when it comes to a Karasuno versus Nekoma or Karasuno versus Shiro Torizawa, Karasuno versus Alba Josai, it just hurts to see any team that you are so connected with lose, man. Call me Mr. Crazy Milanakis or stupid for actually having these kinds of connections, even though it's not very important. But hey, this is... it just sucks to see Inarizaki lose, man. I mean, just seeing them how they play and all that, it's just phenomenal. But, you know, Karasuno, I'm pretty sure they've been evolving too, etc., you know? So that's the thing. So, oh, man. I'm expecting a lot of nasty waterworks next week, you know? And, you know, I better hear a season announcement for Karasuno versus Nekoma. That is the one thing I'm pretty sure any Haikyuu fan, such as myself, is hoping to hear. You did a good job, Inarizaki. I love you guys so much. It just hurts to see you guys lose, man. It just sucks. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Hafizero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!